morning and welcome to the line leader section of All About Sugar Industry magazine, published by EXLR Media Private Limited. Today we have Mr. D.M. Raskar, who is Chief Executive Officer of SHREENATH MHASKOBA Sugar Factory, situated in Daund Taluka, which falls in the vicinity of Pune district. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I got the knowledge that actually you started this factory from a scrap. Right? Actually, it is an industrial scrap.
True.
So the people who thought that this is actually a scrap, it should actually be thrown out of the factory. You've collected all those scrap from all around India.
Right.
And then you started this factory and running it very successfully since last 20 years. How you got an idea to start this factory from the scrap, sir? Can you please explain?
Actually, we have decided to start the factory. Our chairman, Pandurang Raut, he was chairman in Jan Seva Bank, and he was visiting the other sugar factories, and he got the idea that we should have also one sugar factory. But all these management people are not so rich people, or not they are not so big industrialists. They are ordinary people. So within a short capital investment, we have to start up the sugar factory. So for new plant, 50 to 60 crores rupees investment was needed at that time, but these people have only 10 to 15 crores rupees, so their bank loan and their own investment. So we have decided to start the sugar plant at the project cost of 15 crore rupees. So half of the investment was from our promoters and half is from the loans taken from the plant. So we have now decided to get old machinery. Basically, I am a sugar technologist and having a good knowledge from sugar technology and engineering also. So I thought that why should not we bring some scrap out machinery, but sometimes when the factory go for expansion, they discard their previous machinery due to low capacity. That means that machinery is not scrap. Because of their expansion, they have taken it out and nobody is ready to purchase. That means it is converted into the scrap. And Mr. A.R. Patil and Mr. Borde, the both consultants are with us. And from all over India, we have started to search out these machines. From Karnataka, bigger area, we have located the existing mill and we have brought it here and overhauled it properly, repaired it properly and installed it. Boiler, the plant was very small. However, we located the boiler of 70 TPH boiler, tons per hour. But that was not actually suitable and nobody was suggesting to take that boiler. But we had taken a risk that we will operate it for a 50% capacity, because turnaround ratio is up to 40%. So up to 40% we will operate it. So we have shifted that boiler from Ambika Sugars in Tamil Nadu, and then we have located boiling house from Gujarat. So that is also shifted here, and we have erected this mismatched plant and tried to commission it. So this is why within a short capital investment, we could install the plant and commission the plant. The commissioning was very struggling. So that was a story. Actually,
Please share your story. Because it is very good motivation for the young engineers also. That within with some small amount of money also we can start something very good. Now it's a very good fine running sugar factory with very good distillery and everything.
So whenever we erected this machinery and started to take trial, and you see at that time even factory shed was also not there. Only the machineries are installed on the foundations, and no roof and no flooring. Even there was no flooring, all moving area is there. And we had started taking trial one by one unit, but unfortunately in March itself the unprecedented rain came in the first week, and our electrical installations got sparks and they damaged. Again we have repaired those electrical panels and equipments, and again tried to restart after a week. So unfortunately again the second time in the same month rainfall was there, and again same thing happened. So at that moment we all frustrated. So our management is also not getting the what to do now. So everybody was under frustration. Then after 3-4 days, all have taken a meeting and decided that no, we should not quit out. So anyhow, we will again come up and start. We will try our level best, and definitely we will get a success in commissioning the plant. And then we have started that plant again third time, and the cane was already available in this area. So number of vehicles full of sugar cane standing in queue, and we have started the crushing. After that we crushed and reached up to the last stage of the process. However, a lot of difficulties we faced, but we have taken out the intermediate product as a brown sugar, or you can say raw sugar, and filled it in the bags. And finally the sugar is made from some cane, and about 1,000 sugar bags we have prepared. And then we have decided that in such a situation the continuation of the product will be very it will not be profitable, so it will be make a big loss. So we have decided to stop the crushing, but we are happy that the sugar is crystallized and manufactured from our plant, and we have to stop the plant as it is, with all the equipments are filled with the intermediate product and juices. So we have sold that intermediate products, molasses and juices, to the nearby distillery, and they have cooperated us, and we made some money out of the perishable material, and that was very good help for us for rectification of our plant and machinery in the off season. And this way, the trial story was finished, and next year we have overall very nicely. We have constructed the shade, we have made the floorings, and then in a, as usual, sugar plant, we have started our sugar plant in the next year. At that time also, the plant capacity was very small, that is 1000 tons per day. So anything more you can ask.
But now I'm just listening to you because it is something which is very new to me and which will be new to the world actually.
Yes.
Because making such a good facility, making such a good, factory with waste, with all the, you can say, thrown away machinery.
Right.
And collecting it from all around the India, and actually transportation was also a very big issue here because this area is actually an interior area.
And before 15-16 years, you see, this was very remote area,
right.
And roads are also not
properly
constructed, and heavy vehicles are very difficult to come to reach at the site also.
So, surpassing all those difficulties, and after some erection without shade, there was an unprecedented rain two times, not one times.
To even the month of March, nobody will believe that in March
rain would come. Right, sir. So even God was testing that I will test you 2 times. So if you pass 2 times, and then I will give you a book. The third time actually.
That time I will not give trouble to you.
So I will make it everything very smooth. But actually, to me, when we consider the psychology of anybody, and I said the investment is not there, failing 2 times, it can actually bring a psychological breakdown to anybody. And it is not a stressful situation, it is actually a very, very stressful situation at that time. Because everybody in the society is actually talking negative only, including the people who are actually financing.
Right.
That everything is going negative, nothing is positive, so let us stop doing anything now. How do you actually overcome that stress actually?
Actually, whenever we are erecting this plan, and people are seeing from a distance, they are not coming to us, but they are seeing that what these people have brought the old machinery, and after some time they will quit from here, and they have to sell all these machineries in scrap, and they would have to wind up from this place. So everybody was criticizing or chit-chatting among them. But our management, in the leadership of our chairman Pandurang Rao, all the promoters have a good faith on him, and he had a good faith on me also. So we decided that anyhow, technically I know that there is no problem. Then only the problem is with the synchronization of the all machinery, because from all places, different places it is brought, and it is not synchronizing to that particular capacity. So we then tried to synchronize all the machinery, and we got the success. And whenever we frustrated, so our chairman, he had a good relation with some hardware suppliers, and they have supplied on credit basis, and we have brought some material and cables and hardwares, and we have started that one. And when I was having a confidence that we will do good from this one, so chairman believed me, and he started. He given freedom to me. That whatever you like to take actions, you are free to do that. So I had taken some necessary actions, and a lot of people have supported me also, right from farmers, employees. So at that time it was very difficult to pay the salary or monthly salary to them also. But even though they believed on the management, and they worked, and after 1 or 2 years they got regular salary, and now everything is all right, and all our employees are very happy in this organization. They are working very happily.
And you have not changed any management since last 15-20 years?
Yeah.
That is the sign actually that everybody is happy. Right. Now, what was the science actually? Because cogeneration, when you wanted to install a cogeneration plant, the thumb rule says that for 1 megawatt you need around about 5 crore rupees. And you wanted to install 10 megawatt plant here.
Yes.
So according to that actually system, you should be requiring 50 crores of amount from the bank.
Right.
And so how you did it in 16 crores, sir?
So I will tell you. Because we are having a boiler of capacity 70 tons per hour capacity. So capacity wise, that boiler is sufficient for this 10 megawatt. But turbine was not with us. We have a old turbine of 3 megawatt capacity. Then we have decided to purchase that 10 megawatt capacity turbine, and we have prepared one project for 10 megawatt power generation. So excluding boiler, so we need not purchase the boiler, because already you can say accidentally that was with us, because actually we would have to purchase 25 or 30 tons per hour boiler, but that was not available in the market. So whatever available, that is 70 TPH boiler, we have dared to purchase it and start here. So lot of capacity was available there, more than 50%. So we have tried to utilize that capacity, and that boiler is of low pressure, that means 40 kg per centimeter square pressure. Generally, the people purchase the boiler having high pressures, 67 kg per centimeter square or 87 kg per centimeter square. But we had no option. We had to use that boiler. Then we have given our specifications to the turbine manufacturer and asked to design that turbine for 40 kg per centimeter square pressure, and that Kirloskar company. So they have agreed and designed the turbine for the pressure available with us. Then we have worked out the cost. The cost, we arrived at the cost of 16 crore rupees. We approached to the bank. Bank is IDBI. They have refused our proposal. They told that according to thumb rule, you have to invest 50 crore rupees, and you are going to invest 16 crore rupees. So it is not possible, and if you will take loan from us, the project will not be successful. Your project will be failure, and there will be difficult for repayment for us. Then bank will be also in trouble. So they have to push. But we had a confidence. We asked them or requested them to you at least you call your technical team from your head office or regional offices. Then they have agreed and they have called one technical team, and the team was very expert team. Then whatever we have explained, that we have to purchase only the turbine, boiler is with us, and other switch yard and line we have to construct only, and the cost of this thing will be 16 crore rupees, and they have worked it out, and actually they found that our proposal is realistic, and they have recommended bank authorities to you may sanction the loan to them. So this way the IDBI bank has sanctioned the loan, and we have installed this cogeneration plant and commissioned the
Fine, sir. So actually, and how you are actually using the waste, how you are getting the waste from Pune Municipal Corporation, and what are you doing with that with that waste, sir, actually?
Actually, this is a just started project.
Okay.
From Pune Corporation, after the segregation or processing, finally they get the RDF. RDF means rejected derived fuel. So we get it from one agency. We have analyzed it for calorific value and moisture and other ash and everything, and we found that this may be the useful fuel for our boiler. But our boilers are not suitable to burn this type of fuel. So we are having now two boilers. One is the 32 tons per hour capacity, and another is the 70 TPH boiler. So we have decided to modify that 32 TPH boiler with the travelling rate, and we have made the investment and modified the furnace. Then now we are using this RDF from corporation, about 15 to 20% along with the bagasse, and very nicely it is burning. Some advantages and disadvantages are there, of course, but whatever the difficulties we face while burning, sometimes depositions on the tubes like this, but we have inspected the problems, and now we have taken necessary actions, and now it is running smoothly. So this is the trial run during the season, but our main aim is to operate the distillery in off season with the help of this power project. So we will get the steam, we will get the power, and the excess power generated out of this fuel will be connected to the grid, and we will earn more revenue from this also. This is the additional income source. Always sugar industry people are worried that what to do in the off season.
Right, correct, sir.
Because this is a seasonal industry.
Right, sir.
So season, day by day the season is getting reducing. Earlier it was 6 months. Nowadays it is 5 months or sometimes 4 months. Then there is a question for the sugar industry to what to do in the remaining period. So always we are thinking to how to utilize this off-season period, because workers are there. So for them also it is very difficult that if after closing the season they have to go for the home, then what they will do, because their earning will stop, then it will affect on their standard of living also.
Correct, correct.
So we were always in search of this activity, and finally we got the solution. And
the young engineers of India, they have got a very good role model actually in the name of Mr. D.M. Raskar. You started a factory from scrap, literally collected the scrap from all around the world, all around India. Then 2 times he got, because of rain, it was actually a psychological breakdown actually of everybody. But still, because of his 43 years of experience, deadly experience I can say, and he had a conviction, he had a very strong conviction that no, I'm going to make it successful, and he made it successful. He's been running it since last 20 years now. It's a very good factory. Actually, I would request everybody to come and visit actually to see how a nice and good factory can be made. Apart from that, he's also actually managing a lot of waste actually, which is from the Pune Municipal Corporation, in terms of using it as a fuel.
Right.
And I'm
This
actually
is the first time in sugar factory.
and then actually challenging the norms also. Government says you should be having 50 crore rupees, but he says that I can finish that product in 16 crores. So reducing the cost, and again reducing the cost, and then making it something new also. How a distillery can be how it can be run for a long time during off season with the help of steam and power.
Earlier, it was very difficult to run the distillery in off season, because we had to purchase the power from grid. The power was very costly. Power is very costly, 10 to 11 rupees per unit, and for distillery, steam is required. So these big boilers, it is very difficult to run these big boilers, and apart from that, fuel is also not available. So we have find out this way to operate the distillery, because according to the pollution control norms, we can run it up to 270 days, because we are not having the incineration boiler. We are at compost route. So for compost route, the 270 days we can operate the distillery.
And actually you are actually helping the surrounding, because this is actually a tribal area. You can say it's a tribal belt actually. You are actually helping to build classrooms and handling to the respected authorities actually, helping many tribal people who are trying to appear in MPSC or UPSC board examination, competitive examinations, and supporting them through education, and a lot of other social work is also being done. So what inspires you to do this actually in the local area?
Actually, corporate social responsibility, this word CSR
That is
came here from the government. They made compulsory, according to the profit making, some percentage it should be
shared with the people.
Shared to the people. But actually, before that also, our management, our chairman, honorable chairman Pandran Rao has established. So under this, we have constructed one hostel, 3-storied hostel, and the poor boys coming from tribal areas or drought areas who are not in a position to take education due to their financial weaknesses. So we approaches to the Gram Panchayats from such a area and ask them to, if any needy boys are there, you can send it to hostel. So about 40 to 50 boys per year getting admission to the hostel, and we provide all the lodging and boarding facilities totally free of charge, and give them the educational books and notebooks and all other facilities to them. They are studying very good, and up till now some boys pass their engineering degree courses, some pass MPSC exams, some pass state government exams for the employment, and the results are very good. So we got the inspiration that some whatever we are doing for running the industry, we should share something to the society also, because we are living in the society, so we have to give our efforts or our money to them also.